Alright. Gotta clean the table in the kitchen. Okay.
Fuck. Whatever.
Alright, perfect. Pull you over here. Randy, is the trash can full?
I don't know. Gotta find out.
It's full. This is the bottle opener. That goes in there. Okay, that's where it was.
So do you think that the trash can is full enough?
It's pretty full, yeah.
Do we maybe want to get another bag?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just being out, like in the open.
I think that's more just like the learning curve of where things are. So that's the first one. The middle one is, yep, there you go.
I don't know if you're allowed to tell me, but thank you.
Well, that's the learning curve of knowing where you are.
Yep.
So wait, Connor, don't do it that way.
No?
Honestly, I would have told you this even if you had sight. You have to do the opposite corners tied together.
Alright, fine. If you insist. What if I want to do it the hard way?
It's not the hard way, it's the silly way.
What if I want to do it the silly way?
Fair enough.
I don't. Alright, so there's that.
So what do you think?
Sense of. There we go.
So what do you think is the similarities and differences of what you're doing here with your feet and with someone with a cane would be doing?
Oh, well, someone with a cane would be doing this with a cane, and they would
Well, the usefulness.
hear it tap the object they're looking for.
Well, the usefulness and change in usefulness of a cane versus a foot.
Cane has longer reach generally, and also they're at much less risk of hurting themselves directly.
Mm-hmm. And a bonus is of a foot?
More tactile, I guess. With
Okay.
a cane, you can only, I imagine anyway, you can only hear it tap things and sort of feel the resistance.
Mm-hmm.
But with a foot, you get slightly more information. Although I am wearing shoes, which sort of counteracts that.
But not as...
benefit.
I would say not too much. Do you want a small help?
I'm just thinking. I'm trying to retrace my steps. So. I should bolus.
So this is the part where I come assist you.
No, I got it. Never mind.
Okay.
Scheisse. Alright. You're gonna have to tell me what the current state of my screen is.
You are on BG, line, MG, DL, active insulin, bolus, basal.
Alright.
Active insulin is 12.9.
Okay. What do I have selected right now?
The highlight bar is underneath active insulin. Okay, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. My mistake. It's bolus and basal. You're over bolus right now.
What button does it tell me to press?
Left.
Cool.
You're on Bolus Wizard currently.
0.1.
You're on... Wait, let me see that. Manual Bolus.
Did I press the button? Is it like...
You're currently on the page.
Okay, so 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 5, 6, 9, 10. That's 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do.
2.5. Next, you clicked it. It's deliver bolus. You did that. Bolus started.
Oh.
You just started it. And it said remind you in number of something.
Okay.
Do you want it to be reminded?
What is it? Wait, what screen is that on now?
It's remind you in 2 minutes.
Oh. That's 2 hours.
2 hours, whatever. I can't read from this. I'm reading the screen of the phone.
Got it. Yes, I felt that.
Oh, we're doing that instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So this is the part where you have to guide me to the door.
Well, separate statement.
Yes.
Are we staying outside after the trash, or are we gonna walk out from there?
How long have we been?
Under 30 minutes. I mean, we could just do more recording later.
We can go back in.
Okay.
There's more stuff to do.
So, do you have your keys?
Yes.
Okay, that's good enough.
What's this that I've kicked? Oh, hello, door. No, you are blinds. Like me. Where are you?
I'm getting a good angle for the shot.
Let's see. Oh, that's a nice breeze.
Okay, this is...
So
You
this
can
is
keep walking out, yeah.
the part where things get real difficult.
So stop. I'm gonna get a jacket. Ready.
Are you going now?
Yep.
Alright. I'm going to get to see you try and lock my front door. I asked, you don't know how I want to do this.
They just remember how to do it.
I guess.
Is the door locked?
Practice. Should be.
There you go.
Well, like the first time they came home, if they weren't born.
Well, I mean, you had to figure it out the first time you got the keys. And they would also do something similar to what you have, where you with your different set of textures for your keys.
Alright, so. Where it came much scarier as you can. Alright, so this is just like a hedge bush.
What's closer to you?
It's not adjacent to a building.
Right.
Alright.
What do you remember of this area?
Somewhere between Jack and Dolph.
Put your hand closer to you.
Oh shit. That was definitely a step. That was scary. Another one. And a third.
Yeah, they fixed out the driveway. Do you think it would be helpful to have a cane in this situation?
Yeah.
Do you think it would help with your ability to navigate a area more by yourself?
Yep, probably.
Okay, you're gonna chill out there?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, you filming?
Yep.
Okay. Alright. So. Perfect. Exactly what I want. I'm gonna be slightly worried when I get into the part with the water maintenance stickies, whatever those are.
So, do you think you're close to that? Do you think you can take bigger steps, or do you think you still want to take your slower steps?
Okay. I remember them being kind of close to like the end of, but what is this?
It's a panel for accessing utilities. A sighted person would not recognize them because they are painted to match the wall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Using your senses to find out things that you wouldn't normally.
Oh. Yep. Oh, that's a web. Cool. Now I have no idea. There we go. Okay, on the wall. Hi there. Whatever that was. Alright, if I remember correctly, the next corner is just into the tar pit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. Now three flip.
Forward.
Okay.
Do we think... I don't think this is an assistive one. What do we think we're going to do then? We're just going to wait for my signal then?
Yeah.
And then I'll just stop recording and I'll hold your hand?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you if the light changes and you can tell me if there's assistive. So
beep boops.
Okay, I'm holding your hand.
Yes. Hello there.
So what we would have done differently on that one was to look for
Feel it
the...
out more and look for the bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Let's walk a little faster. Holding your hand for safety.
Yes.
Okay, so we feel the bumps coming up.
Yep, they're there.
Okay, so where would we go from here
To do what?
if we were going to Starbucks?
Oh,
From your
we
memory.
actually go that way.
Ah.
It would probably have been easier if we did.
So, I actually recorded this part after, the day after I recorded all the stuff from the video, because when I got home, it was 1:30 a.m. and I couldn't form a thought to save my life. So, to answer the questions presented in the syllabus, what kind of training would I need to successfully adapt to this disability? Well, I mean, for blindness, in order to just get around, I need to learn how to use a cane, or interact with a service dog, or have someone, obviously at home. But if we're talking independently, then yeah, a cane or a service dog. Um, I would personally prefer to have a service dog. I feel like they're A, more dynamic, and B, have a lot of ancillary benefits. But they're also expensive to keep, so obviously not everyone is going to be able to have one of those. I'd also need to learn to memorize the layout of my home just to, live in a space so that I don't get hurt. As for being a student, obviously you need to learn Braille, and I believe it's the law that every school has to have a Braille version of textbooks. I might be wrong about that. So I need to figure out how to get to school via public transit, or much more ideally using various special services that exist specifically to get people with disabilities from place to place. And then, here's something that, a lot of people who have sight and who have the use of their legs don't really think about: stairs. Uh, as you saw in the video, I had issues with stairs here and there. So many of these would also apply to being like good employee, except that there'd be a lot more emphasis placed on how to interact socially while being blind. I feel like that would be actually way more difficult than you'd think it would be, because you wouldn't be able to see people's facial expressions. You'd only have to try and hear the tone and cadence of their words. So B, were there any environmental hazards or accessibility problems, such as, et cetera, et cetera? Where I live, so what you didn't see in the video was when my girlfriend, the camera woman, and I went out to go to the Starbucks, even though it was midnight, and neither of us remembered that. There are not a lot of sound cues that a blind person could recognize at the streetlights. Only one of those streetlights had the beep boop thing, and that was the very last one in the video. However, fortunately, there are the bumpy things on the ground that are normally for people with wheelchairs to use. But I could, use them to figure out where the odd up ramps to the sidewalks were. And as for me, like living at home, first I would keep everything in a very specific place. It's much easier to memorize a space when everything is very specifically where it is, and it always is where it is. Also, no glassware. It's way too easy to hurt yourself with glassware. So no non, yeah, or sorry, all non-breakable like bowls, cups, plates, all that. No glass. Also, like obviously fixtures like couches and tables and things would have to they have to stand on the floor, but everything else off the floor as much as possible. Um, Now, if I had a cane, I could use that sort of know what things are on the floor. But even then, like it's very easy to like trip over things or hurt yourself. So yeah, that's what I would do in order to live independently.